What's going on to all my Pisces? How you doing? So let's get into it. All right. So, all right. So what I'm seeing here for you Aquarius, right? If I said Pisces, this is for Aquarius, right? So for you Aquarius, you have the Temperance, Four of Swords, the Sun, the Nine of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, Page of Swords, Knight of Swords, the Judgment, the Two of Wands, and the High Priestess. Hold on a second. Okay. So there we go. Okay. So what I'm seeing here for you, Aquarius, right? Someone's mad basically that you moved forward because the Temperance, the Four of Swords, and the Sun represents you being unbothered by, the fact that you've had a couple of run-ins with some dweebs. You've had a couple of run-ins with some people who wanted to portray like they were all that 10 bags of chips, and they weren't. And this because of your experience and because of your knowledge, and you're unaffected by it, right? The Sun represents you still having fun with your life, unaffected by it. The Four of Swords, being able to, you're not losing any kind of sleep, being able to rest. The Temperance, having the knowledge, having the bigger knowledge base, right? Because sometimes Aquarius can end up missing key information, and the knowledge is what it is that Aquarius a lot of times is missing. Aquarius can be a zodiac sign that wants to go out there and uh, be right, wants to go out there and experiment and actually apply the knowledge that they learned. But sometimes Aquarius can end up missing the knowledge that is necessary for them to actually put into practice. But then the thing is that the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords is, again, you being unbothered, right? Uh, you know, you Aquarius pretty much understand that not every body that you run into is going to be a blast, right? Not everybody that you run into is going to be built for you, right? Most people are not built for you in the first place, especially if you're functional, right? Especially if you're functional. Because a lot of times people come on here and they want these perfect tarot readings, you know, and it's like tarot readings is just like, they're just like life. Not every tarot reading is going to be amazingly convenient, right? Just like with everything, you'll have ups and downs. And therefore, you must learn to traverse or travel through those ups and downs. And you, Aquarius, pretty much understand this. So the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords is that you're pretty much keeping a very good attitude and a mentality of how it is that you should approach dating, just like your life, which is not every day is going to be convenient. So the Nine of Pentacles, right, and the Four of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, you're realizing that you have to do things that you enjoy doing, that is going to take your mind off of the troubles that you have in your life. Even when it comes to things like dating, Queen of Swords, you also know that a part of it, part of being successful, a part of successfully staying in the clear and keeping yourself safe from the people who want to try to run game, is for you, Aquarius, to be able to identify it and not take that type of nonsense. But you have to first be able to be exposed to a little bit of it so that you can know the actions and the games of what people are doing, so you know what's going on. Here's the situation though. Now that you have the Page of Swords and the Knight of Swords, the Page of Swords and the Knight of Swords represents now this being a situation for them where, like I said, you're putting more pressure on delusional fake people in general, right? In a general sense, because now they have to come at you um, more directly. They have to come correct. But then you have the Page of Swords and the Knight of Swords. So you know the way that they are approaching you, you're putting so much pressure on people who are dysfunctional in general, right? Right, in a general sense. I'm not saying that like, they're huddling around in a group or whatnot talking to each other. No, that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is the general idea that you, Aquarius, you know what a fake person who's trying, or a dysfunctional person who's trying to waste your time and the games that they play so much to the point where you're essentially running through them. And that's good in that regard, because you know what they are, you pick up what they are so fast to the point where you understand that the next step for you, sorry, you realize that the next step for you to take is not even necessarily a step as far as to continue on the relationship. The highest form of being able to make sure that you stay away from the people who are wasting your time is to let them go, is to essentially let them go. If they're going to be out here wasting their time, once you're able to identify the games that people play and the signs, the writing on the wall, you don't have to stick around any longer. You can now give yourself permission to leave, because the situation is not going to get any better if you're hanging out with them. It's going to get worse because they all do the same thing. If this reading is giving you, offering you value, then it means it's time for you to come through and get a personal reading from me, right? The link to my website, as well as my Instagram Teespring store, which has apparel on it, as well as the link to my Amazon page, which has my books, are all four of those links are all in the comment section below. My website, you can purchase the private readings there. I'm available to do readings today. Um, So yeah, so you're putting so much pressure because of the fact that you're running through them. You're able to identify and you're picking up on the delusional and dysfunctional people so fast to the point where they show you basically the writing on the wall or one drop of delusion, and you, Aquarius, are pretty much gone. You're out because you know that this situation is not going to get any better. It's only going to get worse. So now a lot of you are like, oh, okay, fine, boom, you're bouncing that. But now, right? So now it's a situation now where you're leaving them so fast to the point where you're leaving a sour taste in their mouth. They're upset about it because you're not even giving them time to really even settle into the BS games that they can essentially play, because you're so on point. So now it's a situation where once you leave them, some of them are not necessarily going to leave quietly. Some of them are going to leave loudly by trying to make it, by saying things to you, making it seem like you ain't all that, this, that, the third. Um, some of them talking about they're gonna get back at you, whatever that means, right? And then you have the judgment. You don't necessarily care what type of time, or you shouldn't really care what it is that they say. You just continue to move forward. The Two of Wands and the High Priestess also to pay attention to how it is that what you've got going on, right? The Two of Wands and the High Priestess represents how you need to understand that what you've got going on is they're still very much so still paying attention to you, thinking about you quite a lot. So all the people who going to be out here trying to, get on your nerves, and, because you realize that they on that type of time, you don't have time for it. You stop hanging out with them, you cut them off. They're still going to be out here very much so trying to pay attention to what you've got going on. They're still going to be out here, if they have your social media page, some of them may even stalk you. Point is, they're still going to be nosy about what it is that you've got going on, because this is how envious people are. They're so preoccupied with what someone that they claim that they hate is doing, so much so, while at the same time trying to bring them down, or whatever the case may be. Anyway, let's glorify the high priestess. So you have the Knight of Cups, the Seven of Wands, Ten of Cups, and the Fool. So this is pretty much a situation for you where, well, I should say for them, honestly, because it really represents them and how they can't let go. The Four of Cups this is them trying to make it seem like their introduction was pure. The way that they came up to you and approached you was pure. They really did want to be in a relationship with you, but they know better. Seven of Wands, they know better. Right, the way that they're trying to flip it, Seven of Wands, they're trying to make it seem like, but you were just so, uninterested in them and anything that they had to say, that, they just had to, put up a fight, because they didn't understand where exactly this disrespect was coming from. The Ten of Cups and the Fool represents, they know what it is, though. They're just making up excuses for the things that they were trying to do. They know good and well that what they were trying to do is, let's talk directly. They were trying to condition you to see how much disrespect they can get away with, and if they can get away with all forms of disrespect, right? And without any kind of limitations. And you, Aquarius, just basically let them go. But you, Aquarius, showed them that you're not on that type of time, and that you do have self-respect. And now they're mad about that. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to make my YouTube channel grow to 10,000 subscribers by the end of June. As of right now, I have 4,010 subscribers. Please smash that subscribe button, smash the like button, click the notification bell, and set the notification bell to all, so you can be notified and get videos just like this. Thanks. Peace.